Hey guys, Fourpos here, and in this video we're going to take a look at some counters to AD Nidalee. AD Nidalee is one of the best champions at the lane phase in the whole game. She has insane poke and bullying potential, and can easily snowball her own lane phase. When she gets a cougar form, she'll be almost impossible to chase down or run away from. So let's move on to some champions who can deal with Nidalee in the top lane. Akali can safe farm with a Mark of the Assassin, rush for Seeker's Arm Guard and wait out until level 6. Upon gaining 3 charges of Shadow Dance, Akali will now be able to stick onto Nidalee. After picking up some spell vamp, Akali can also outdo Nidalee's sustain. Cho'Gath has the option to itemize for tanky armor items, which helps deal with her poke. His passive, Carnivore, is insanely powerful against Nidalee, as you will overheal any poke you take as long as you don't let her free cast on you. He outscales Nidalee as soon as mid game hits, and also has a great silence, knock up and slow. Although it might be hard to land his CC, as soon as you hit that first rupture, Nidalee will be under a lot of pressure. Another good counter is Elise. As Elise you can match Nidalee's poke with auto attacks and Neurotoxin, just watch out you don't run out of mana doing so. Elise can close the gap with a spider form, out damage and match sustain with Nidalee. However, Elise's biggest strength is that you simply should not let Nidalee bully you out of the lane phase in the early game. Then, from mid game onwards, you should be more useful for your team. AD Kennen can also deny Nidalee her strong early game as you offer equal poke. Abusing your passive to stun Nidalee for free trade is great, on top of spamming Thundering Shuriken to either grab CS or poke her even further. Only use Lightning Rush to kite, or in some very rare cases use it to help proc your Mark of the Storm. Again, late game you'll be more useful for your team. This may surprise you, but Lulu is perhaps the best champion to take against Nidalee. Lulu can deny Nidalee her cougar form by polymorphing her. She can also win auto attack trades due to her passive whilst kiting with Glitterlands. As long as Lulu does not run out of mana, this lane should be very easy for her. However, late game Nidalee might be able to offer more for her team than a Lulu can. Another unorthodox champion is Nunu, as his skill set destroys Nidalee. AP Nunu will be able to throw snowballs at Nidalee, crippling her movement speed and chunking her health on top of overhealing any damage done to him by numbing on a minion. If she attempts to all-in Nunu with cougar form, Nunu should be able to land a full duration ultimate as Nidalee has no CC, which will deal an insane amount of damage. Teemo offers a blind, better auto attack trades and move quick to either kite or keep up to Nidalee. This is one of the most simple counters to pick against Nidalee, but it is still very effective. Finally, Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao can start to put pressure on Nidalee from level 2 onwards. Combining Audacious Charge, Free Talon Strike and Orb Walking will result in a heavily damaged Nidalee. Xin Zhao should be able to zone and deny her with Audacious Charge throughout the whole lane phase. Other than these champions mentioned previously, some other tips for this lane phase are: if you can't deal with her poke, save farm until mid game. Think about it this way, it's better to lose a few waves of CS than it is to give away free kills. Don't be afraid to buy a Doran's Shield or two, as the armor on top of that passive 6 flat damage block is great. And finally, if all else fails, buy Ninja Tabby early on. These tabbies will grant you some armor, 10% damage block and also movement speed, which might help you run from Nidalee or pursue her depending on the scenario. Overall, just get past the lane phase without feeding the kitty and you should be alright. Her mid game onwards isn't that good in comparison to other top laners such as Aurelia, Jax and Malphite. It's a hard lane phase to deal with, so I wish you the best of luck. Take care guys.